Hi, Katarina. All right, I'm going to do your hour of healing now, okay? So, we're going to be focusing on helping get you emotionally balanced, help you with emotional, physical, mental, spiritual balance. And you've got a lot going on in your life right now, and you're having a really tough time. You focus on your heart, and you're having some issues feeling panicked, and you feel lonely, and it's just about balance, just about getting balance back to you. So, I'm just going to it's concern too for others, concern too for people that you love that are not feeling well, and it's really derailing for your heart. It's really derailing for your senses. It's derailing for you emotionally. You feel like it's out of your hands, although you're trying to do your best to make an impact or make a difference to alter the outcomes. And so that's really what the challenge is here. So they're saying you are a good woman. Does that help you feel more relaxed to know that you're a good woman? They're saying it as someone with a big heart who cares a great deal, cares so much that it's hard to accept the things that you can't control or change. To feel it has to do with how much love you have to share, and that love is not enough to create the miracles that you really want to touch other people's lives with. You're a good woman, you're a good human being, you're a really big heart. And so they're asking just to slow down and relax and let go of the need to feel like you have to be. It has to do with, I'm trying to find the right words to define it, caring so much and not being able to accept an outcome. And so because of that, it creates sort of like an overwhelming sensation. You really, really want to get a handle on something, you can't get a handle on it. So they're asking you to please just accept the way that things are. Accept that you are such a good and loving human being. And that is where this conversation ends. You're a good and loving human being. And please understand there's a reason for everything that is taking place in your life, taking place throughout your lifetime, and even lifetimes before this, and lifetimes in the future too. You know, everything that has a divine explanation to it, but to at least know that you are a very good and loving human being. And that's all there is to know about this whole thing. If we can know anything right now, any answers to all of this conundrum of scenarios and challenges that are hurting you emotionally because you really want to make an impact and a difference, you are a very loving person, and it's very hard when you can't create that happiness for others, when it's hard on you. I hope I'm explaining myself well enough. This is the message that they want to share right now. The first thing we can do to help you is to share this message and ask you again to please know that just be patient, just relax, and rejoice in life. Rejoice in this moment of life. Don't worry about all the other people. Don't worry about how their life experience is going. It's not a selfish thing either. It's just asking you to please just be happy with what your experience is. Know you've done everything that you can do in your power, and that it's beautiful, and that heaven has got the rest of this thing, okay? Whenever you feel overwhelmed or panicked, just remember again that you've done everything in your power to make a difference, and then heaven is going to pick up the rest of the pieces, okay? Everything is as it is meant to be. So please don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed, okay? That's what they're saying. Again, they're saying you are a very good woman. They're showing me you with a very big heart full of love, that you're really wanting to infect others with this love and transform their life and make them happy and really bring out the best in their hearts too, because you have a heart that can love that loudly and that proudly, right? But sometimes it's hard because when you can't make that difference, when you can't touch people's lives in that way, it just, and when you want to, when you're making that your primary goal and it's just not being effective, it becomes very difficult for you to accept. They're saying the word acceptance. It is okay to accept. And they love you. When you choose acceptance, you are loved greatly. When you are challenged, we are sad because we see you challenged, and we want you to understand the power of acceptance is worthy. You're worthy of deserving of experiencing peacefulness through choosing acceptance. Sometimes acceptance is hard because you can't accept the life experience that others are having, because you wouldn't want that for them. You would rather take on the burden yourself instead of letting anybody else experience it. It's important that these experiences are being had by other souls. You are that loving of a human being, that you would take on other people's burdens. It isn't your burden to take. It's their burden, and it's their experience, and it's for them so their soul can grow. Your soul grows through choosing and understanding the power of acceptance. Right now, that's one of the biggest lessons your soul could choose to comprehend. If that is the hardest thing your soul will have to accomplish, it's not too bad. You can choose acceptance. You can do it. You're such a loving person. It's okay to choose acceptance and understanding that this is the way it is. It was chosen this way, and it is valuable experiences for the other souls, okay? There is challenge here too. They're showing because you're at a distance, you can't touch their lives in the same way you're used to when you are close. And that too creates stress and challenge for you. Again, it has to do with acceptance. There's a reason why you were moved to this location. It is important for your soul growth, and in choosing acceptance and choosing to nurture yourself in new ways, and know that everything else is taken care of in new ways that are appropriate for those experiences for others. They're wanting to showcase the value of your location. Again, they're very loud about the power of acceptance. Again, they're very loud too about the power of your love creates imbalance for you because of your inability to choose acceptance. They are encouraging you to find others who can thrive off of the massive, impactful, extremely loud, rumbling energy of love that comes from your heart. Because there are many others who could grow very well from the interactions they can have with you. And it could be so loving, so nurturing, and the right sunlight to help them blossom. Others needing your love too, people you've never met before. Do you think you could share your love with other people you've never met before? They're saying this would be a very good tool or gift to help you create balance and help you establish yourself so you're not feeling like your focus is still where it's been for many, many years, and it's starting to derail you. You can't nurture that. And now you're here in this new experience, and they're asking that you trust that love is enough, and that your love being shared with others is actually going to help you grow and blossom and help you feel stronger, more confident, and collected. That's what they're saying right now. Again, they're emphasizing how loving you are. And beauty that comes from love. And beauty that is touching other people's lives. And sharing beauty in their lives. This is a very valuable message for you. This is a very helpful message for you. This is what you need. This is the right medicine, they say. This picture is what is like it kind of looks like King Koopa from the Mario Brothers, like the big lizard that has it looks like King Koopa. He looks just like that. And he's got kind of a shell on his back, and he's got, a snout with sharp teeth, and then he's got spikes down here, and then yellow eyes, and he's got a big hand, and he's slapping you in the face with it. And you're accepting this experience. You're just standing there taking the experience. I'm asking, why are you choosing to... This has to do with you accepting over and over and over again a slap in the face. Life giving you a slap in the face, but you will take it. You will take it and you will not resist it. You will stand here strong and with power and emphasis and stay in the moment, even though it is continuing to slap you in the face. You are choosing to ignore it because there's something important, there's something valuable in just staying strong with an experience that is actually harming you. You have to acknowledge when things are hurting your feelings that it is time to turn away from it. Actually turn around and walk away from it. It would be the easiest thing for you to accomplish is all you would have to do is say, ow, I don't like getting slapped in the face, and so I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to walk away. They're asking me, what do I think is slapping you in the face? And I think some scenarios are where you feel like you give your love and then the love is taken and then basically your heart is thrown on the ground and stepped on. There's different scenarios you've shared with me that makes sense with this image here that is playing out. This is quite... I think a lot of human beings fall into this category. A lot of human beings who are really loving can put up with a lot, can put up with a beating, right? And just keep taking it because they really want to emphasize the love that heals, and the person that is then actually kind of doing some emotional damage or whatever it might be. They're really wanting you to choose to be a strong woman in new ways. How do I explain this? How do I define this? It would be something totally new for your pathway. It would be you taking charge and choosing to be what is a woman who is on her own and very much intelligent enough, mentally strong enough, emotionally strong enough, can do this thing. And you have the know-how and the caliber and the impressiveness to be that woman. Not to feel like you are a crumbling house, but to feel strong against a hurricane wind because you really are strong. You can take a lot because your heart is so impressively big and the way that you love is so impressively loud. Now love yourself that much. Love yourself that much, and now be the strong woman that you are for yourself. And know that everybody else and their circumstances and experiences are as they're meant to be. And now be the strong woman for yourself, and now share that love with others. That's what they're saying. They're not letting me they're only doing healing wisdom right now. They're not showing me anything else. They're not letting me do any other healing energy work right now. So I'm just going to close my eyes and wait for the next thing. There's something it is the sensation of being taken care of, and it's very lovely. It's a very lovely feeling. And it's a natural instinct for human beings to want a shoulder to rest their head on, to want a hand to hold, to want, a hug, to want to share their life with another human being and to experience the love that grows from that. They're showing me you do not have a shoulder to rest your head upon or a hand to hold, and this creates discomfort. There's more to be said about this, but it isn't translated. I'm not translating it fully yet. There's something about you sitting on a couch and you look bewildered. You're just sitting there, eyes are looking straight ahead. You just don't know what to do with yourself. They're showing me a lot of names of others that you, spiritual reflections that you are working with for help. When there isn't a physical body there, those messages, those interactions are heard and felt throughout the cosmos, physical and spiritual. They're showing me what is basically a bush. Has no leaves, but all of the branches or stems or parts of the bush that grow outward are glowing in white light, and even roots that go into the ground also glowing. Everything is glowing. Has to do with you. Has to do with your spiritual network or connection with other souls. Has many branches that it takes. And they can go up really high or down really low. And it's all very positive. Because roots that go deep into the earth are just as happy too as the branches that go out into the sky. And they're showing me this is a very meaningful image to show you how interconnected your soul is with all places of the cosmos, spiritual, physical. And all the love that flows through every part of this bush is a love that flows through you as well. It comes from spirit realm. You channel it from the spirit realm out of your heart, out of your hands, out of your mind, out of all these parts of you to touch other people's lives. And you also pull it out of your own human persona too. But they're really showing how powerfully it channels through you from the spirit realm. You channel quite a lot of energy from the spirit realm, and it's extraordinarily pure love energy. And so you are really activated and inspired to channel love through your heart to touch other people's lives. But they really want you to know that this love is being channeled to help you right now, help touch your life right now. And you need to know that this love is for you. This love is to heal you, nurture you, help you know that you are surrounded by love all the time, and helping you to find balance and security and safety and comfort. You are not able to connect with this truth about your soul and about who and what you are and your connection with the infinite universe, spiritual, physical universe. You still feel like a human being alone, without any connections. It's just you. You're not alone. You don't know how to stand or where to walk or where to go. You just sit there and you try to think of what you will do next. You aren't sure. It is extremely quiet. Even your thoughts feel too loud. You want to hear or feel or be in connection with other people and experiences, sounds, all of that. You feel cut off. You feel like you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, and it's only you thinking for you, and it just feels really unbearable. It's almost, how do I describe it? It's so overwhelming, there is no motivation to move at all. I've had moments like this in my own life where I just feel so overwhelmed and just too many things on my plate, basically, and I just don't even know where to start. And so because I don't even know where to start, I just sit there and I'm just like, I feel like I don't even know where to begin or what to do. But this feels more like being crushed under the weight of your own thoughts, all these different masses of new feelings, and just the sort of being cut off and not sure what to do with yourself or how to make up your time or your day, and it just feels really contaminating to the senses and unable to still get up off the couch and go somewhere. I'm inspired to sit here with you on the couch, hold your hand, and let you know you're not alone. You need this very bad. You need a companion. It can be like a child that comes over all the time and cheers you up, or somebody you paint with, a teenager, or maybe there's just a bunch of, people in the community that you can play cards with and just talk about life. But you have to start connecting your heart with other hearts, because that's what's draining you right now. Your heart is so used to give, 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 and now you have nowhere to give it, and you don't have any connection to others, and it's just overwhelming you. You're not used to this. It's very hard for you. You need to find a way to take another step, walk out the door and say, my only motivation and the only thing I'm going to accomplish today is finding some others like me that want to talk, play cards, or whatever it might be. Bingo, who knows what. But it's important that you start connecting your heart with other hearts. That's what they keep saying. Because you are a give, give, give type of person, and you don't even know how to give to yourself, and you don't have enough forces or hearts or whatever to keep giving to, and now you're just overwhelmed. It's just too much right now. That's what they're saying too. So let's see what else. I'm holding your hand. I am helping you to stand up. I'm giving you a big hug. You're not ready to stand yet. I'm just going to sit here with you for a little bit, and I'm going to help you know you're not alone, okay? There are tears that go down your cheeks sometimes, so I just wipe those tears dry. I'm slowing down the beat of your heart so it feels calmer and more relaxed and peaceful. There's energy I'm helping to release out of the backside of you. It's no longer needed. It's just old energy contaminations. It comes from feeling emotional or mentally drained and stress. And you can feel it in your body, in your mind, in your emotions, all of that. You can feel it contaminating every part of you. It's sort of heavier, and it's got more density to it. So I'm helping this come out of the backside, okay? This will help you feel lighter. It'll help your thoughts move with greater clarity. It'll help you feel more love in your heart, and that's what helps spark the senses in order to come up with some ideas here and to sort of change or reorganize the experience, okay? Okay. I'm continuing to do this right now. Still removing this sort of heavy energy. I am calming you even more. I am calming you way, way down. I am slowing down your energy field. What is sort of like way too tight, and I'm just slowing the sort of spinning sensation. I'm just slowing it way down. And slowing way down, and so that way you can start to feel lighter, calmer, more peaceful, more balanced, able to think with greater clarity. It's sort of at the energetic speed of meditation is where I am taking you right now. I'm still here with you, holding your hand, giving you a hug. But I'm slowing down the energy vibration so you can feel more like you're in a meditative state. Ugh. I'm not tired. It's slowing me down. Is putting me into night's time, I guess. All right. I see you sitting on a chair. There's a little bounciness going on. It seems like it's a train or something. You're in a moving object, a car or a train. It looks like a train to me, and you're sort of a little bit of bounce to it. It's kind of got like an older train feel. It's not like a super brand new train that goes really fast and smooth. This one it's something older style about it. They're showing me you as another woman. I mean, this is a different version of you. She's got her hair perfectly pinned up. It's long. She's an older woman, maybe in 60, and she's got longer hair, and then it's pinned up right here, and she's got a perfect little hat on right there too. And she's sitting upright, and she's holding like a purse in her lap of some kind. There's something about like it's a really pretty red color, but it's like a dark red. It's like a burgundy, or it's a maroon, or there's something more deeper red about it. And she's dressed in a nice outfit. It's older style. I don't know what year this would come from, but maybe 1800s. She's just totally lovely. She's a plumper. She's got more girth to her physique, but it's sort of like a grandma that likes to bake cookies or something. Like there's something about her that it's good. It's good to see her. She eats well, and she's just poised, and she's content is the way that this is coming to me. She's totally, and she's on the train by herself as the best I can make of it, and there's nothing ill in her thoughts. There's nothing ill in her heart. She's not depressed, she's not sad, she's not frustrated, she's not stressed out. She's just relaxed and waiting until she gets to her next destination. She has incredible posture, and she's sort of holding a purse right here in her lap, and she's just waiting. She's not next to the window. She's more towards the aisle here. She's taking what are looking like reading glasses that are on a stick, and she's putting them to her eyes as though she's going to look at something. I don't see a book or anything, but let's see what happens next. I wouldn't begin to tell you. I mean, it flashed to she's putting lipstick on. She's flashed to, I mean, she doesn't need glasses to put lipstick on. She isn't even looking into a mirror. And so she's literally holding this stick with glasses on it, and then she's putting her lipstick on like this. But then they're also quickly showing me what is, I don't know, water, and then a mirror. And so the mirror then also possesses the water within it, although its water is right here, and then it just in the mirror as well. So there's something weird about the reflections. There's something antsier about everything. Everything just feels a little antsier. Something feels like I made a mistake. Something feels like I got it wrong. Something feels like it's not right. There's something that feels a little not right about in her heart, but at the same time she's still poised and just acting content. It's getting racy. It's getting racier and more confusing is the only way I can describe the way this feels. Nothing makes any sense. She's pulling more things out of her purse that wouldn't even be able to fit in there. They're talking to me about balance. There's a lot of messages associated with everything I've just shared, but I'm a human being trying to comprehend this. It's bigger than it's come to me just yet. I'm processing what their translation is. So I'm just going to choose patience, and we'll see what else comes, okay? They're taking me to the first image here. I did not acknowledge that she pulled the glasses out of a purse that was too small for them. How would they fit in there? And then I acknowledged that she must be reading a book, right? But I don't know. She only has a little purse. And so it's like, I don't know how she's going to pull a book out of her purse. And she has no book to read. And now she's still holding these glasses up, and she's not reading a book. She's putting lipstick on, but she's not looking into any type of mirror in order to accomplish this feat. So there's something incorrect about that scene now, too. And now we're looking at a whole different image, and it has to do with perfect water here, and there's some sort of mossiness underneath the water, and then there's a mirror here that's sort of reflecting. So the image of water now goes up like a sort of an oval shape. It's again, they're having me look at everything. We're looking back over all the images. That's the problem too. The fact that we are continuing to try to decipher messages that are they're already complete. They are what they are. And now we're continuing to try to decipher messages that we already acknowledge seem incomplete, but we're trying to create a completion with them. Sort of like life experiences, you know, even if they're out of balance, we'll keep thinking and thinking and thinking through them to try to create an understanding of how it could have been more balanced, or maybe it was balanced, I just saw it wrong, or we're just constantly going through our mind and looking through the same scene over and over and over again. Well, the reality is, this is it. This is it. And so we're just stop thinking about it. Just stop trying to make sense of something. You've already acknowledged there's aspects of it that don't fit the pieces of the puzzle. And so that is the message. This is about you and your experience with life. This is about life to you not adding up, and you're able to acknowledge all of the parts and pieces of the puzzle that don't add up, and yet you're continuing to find a means or a measure to help it come together or make sense. And they're saying, let the thoughts go. Stop continually, repetitively going back over and over and over and looking for some new clue. That's what they're saying. They're asking me if I feel satisfied now with this scene on the train with the lady. I'm saying, I'm ready to see new things, yep. This is interesting. They're saying, okay, now they're altering the scene. They're showing me she's holding from her purse, she pulls out an actual handheld gun right now. A black gun is in this old lady's hand right now on the train. Now she's standing up and she's showing her true colors. She has an aggressive side that is unpredictable. She's taking the gun, she's shooting it into the air. She wants the train to come to a stop. She wants to be in control of everybody else on the train. She's letting her hair down. Her face changes shape. Sometimes she looks very young and beautiful. Sometimes she looks like a man. Sometimes she looks like the woman that I saw originally. She has different faces. She doesn't intend to hurt anybody, but she is upsetting people, which she knows that she's doing this. But her needs are number one in this scenario. Somebody, for instance, robbing a train, their needs are come before everybody else's needs. And everybody else's needs now are to provide and satisfy this one person's need. That really stinks for everybody else. That one person thinks that they have a right to take everybody else's belongings that they worked hard for, that they strive to attain, that they wanted to have for themselves to make their lives happy. Now we have to go and give you everything that we worked hard for. You, number one. That's ruining all of our lives now, and even your own life. There's a lot of anger and frustration in the way people feel, and people feel this is so wrong. And what is her problem? It's what it's coming. She has a rhyme and a reason. She says, I'm doing what I need to do right now. And she really feels disconnected or separate from everybody else's emotions on this train, although I can feel their hearts and what they're thinking and saying. Now she's showing me that it was all just a part of her mind, as she didn't have a gun in her purse. She's sitting there poised and everything is as it was, with her purse in her lap, and the train is moving fine. It was just a moment of a blip in time, or a moment of altering reality, or thoughts that just ventured somewhere. They asked me if I think she was thinking about doing this, and I'm saying no. This had nothing to do with her thoughts actually thinking about doing something violent. Some part of the scene that shifted has to do with some part of her heart or her life experience is a reflection of needing somebody to see her very badly. Somebody to acknowledge her very, very badly, but people aren't able to see you properly. People aren't able to understand the needs of your heart, or why you are choosing to be number one, trying to make your presence known, and then people to stop what they're doing and support you. They're not understanding there's a disconnect here between I need help, or I am going to make sure everybody notices that I need help, but people aren't understanding. There's a disconnect between the balance here and what you're doing in order to get people's attention, and then people aren't resonating with it. It's not the right approach. The right approach is actually just to be who you are. Just to be who and what you are. And then decide maybe sometime to go sit down by somebody else on the train, and just, maybe they'll want to listen, maybe they won't, but just tell them what you're thinking about and feeling inside, and just give it a shot. Just talk to somebody. Don't demand people have to see and hear you. Actually, just be just a random person, and just sit by some random person and just start a conversation with them. People are more welcoming or loving or willing to share their heart and willing to take in your heart and life and experiences than you think. We are all sort of in our own worlds, and sometimes it's good for us, to randomly connect with another person we don't even know, and then to just be a good listener. And then to share our own life wisdom to help too. And now you make a connection. That's truly what she's wanting to accomplish. With the glasses and the lipstick, she's trying to look presentable, and there's something imbalanced in the way she's accomplishing this task. And so now I'm just really encouraging her to, let's go see who else is on the train. It's a really long train. There's all kinds of faces on here. There's all different, you never know who you're going to find. It's sort of like it's a community. You never know who you're going to meet, Move to a new community, you don't know anybody. Well, go step out and see who you might come across. Maybe you feel like sitting on a park bench, and maybe somebody will come sit down with you, or just decide that you'll just sit down by somebody sitting on a park bench and just say, "Hi, I'm Katerina." It feels so much warmer. This message is creating so much more warmth. I'm actually feeling so much warmer through this. This is really helpful for your emotions and your mind and your balance, all of that. This is some reflection of your emotional body, mental body, all of that, needing somebody to see you and make you feel loved and taken care of, accept you for who and what you are, and understand your method of communication, and then share warmth and helpfulness. So I'm just with you on the train still. The train is long and it is moving. It's ever moving. It's like the life journey. It's still got a long ways to go. Many twists and turns in the road. You never know what lies ahead. There are a lot of people you can meet on this train. Why are you not choosing to see who is there? Something feels tiring. Something feels really tiring about this whole setup, the whole conversation, all the images. It just feels really tiring, and I want to sit by the window and I just want to look out the window and just let my thoughts wander. I'm seeing you for yourself, you as yourself, sitting by a window now. You feel really small in really big chairs. You feel like you can't see who all is on the train because the chairs are too big. Can't see the other people sitting in the chairs in front of you. You can't see anybody behind you. You can't see beyond the chairs. In your row even. You're sinking and sinking into the chair now. The train chair. They show me you turning into a black liquid and then pooling down onto the floor. It feels like defeat. Without even trying to change the circumstances, it just feels like exhaustion, and then exhaustion creates defeat. Instead of just standing up and coming out into the aisle and then walking and looking into each row of chairs and then making a decision, that's just too much effort. And so we just sit and then we allow ourselves to just get really exhausted from feeling overwhelmed or stressed from the situation, and then turning into a pool or a puddle and then becoming liquid on the floor. I'm waiting for the next thing. I still see you pooled on the floor. There's something with, I don't know. It's sort of like you see reality and then you see reality bend a little bit at the chair. And so you're like, well, what does that mean? Life is sort of becoming distorted, right? And you're still a puddle on the floor and life is getting distorted. And now we have a ball that comes out of this sort of indentation in reality. It looks like a beach ball or something, but it's clear. It's perfectly clear, but it's big and round like that. And I hear it just flies up and then it bounces. And then it bounces. So it's more, I don't know. It's just a massive ball that bounces and it's clear. Everything is really slow and very difficult. It's very difficult. And I'm trying to inspire you to collect yourself and come together and try this again. That's taking some time. This ball can be heard moving down the train. It's actually, nobody's catching it, nobody's taking it, it's just bouncing. It could bounce forever. It's got the Energizer Bunny energy. It just keeps bouncing. Nothing distorts the way that it continues to bounce from one sort of chair row to another. So just watching and waiting, and it's difficult. That's part of the message too. How you're feeling about life, it just feels very difficult. It feels very difficult to keep yourself collected. Different experiences, it just makes it hard to feel collected. I'm inspiring you to manifest or, become solid. I'm trying to get you to solidify and become yourself again and not be a black puddle. I'm asking you to go see where this ball went. You're doing it. You're becoming solid again. You're going into the sort of center lane here. There's chairs on either side. The chairs that looked really massively big and you look just really tiny. Now you're starting to look like a normal sized person. The chairs are looking normal sized and you're walking down the train. You're not looking at people. You're just trying to figure out where this ball went. You're going down a stairway. And it's like an escalator. It goes down, 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 down. It's like going down to a metro station, like underground, like a subway station. It just keeps going down. You're the only one on it. There's nobody on the stairs on either side of you. It's just you in a really big place going down. I yell your name and say, stop. But you can't stop. The escalator is in motion. You don't have any control over stopping the escalator. You're going down. And it's going down faster and faster and faster. I ask you, why are you going down here? I feel very angry with you. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you going down here? You don't need to be going down here. You can't think for yourself for some reason. You seem to understand what I'm saying, but you seem to also feel that this is appropriate direction for you. And for some reason, I feel that you've got this all wrong, that this is not the right direction for you, and I need to get you stopped and turn you around right away. You don't need to be going all the way down here this fast. There's nobody down here, and the further you go down, it gets darker and darker and darker and darker. And I'm getting angry at you for allowing yourself to go that far down and that far into darkness. Willingly. You're actually willingly going into darkness in a deep, dark space. And that is what I'm upset with you about. There's a reason nobody goes down there and nobody comes up from there. You are the one choosing to go down there on your own accord. And I'm here to help you think about this choice and choose to see the value of being who and what you are in the light. And sharing that light and touching other people's lives is so much more worthwhile than just letting go and soaring this far down this quickly. It's important I let you go, they say. You can't save everybody, Abby. Sometimes people have to learn through their own choices and decisions. I say I understand. So in that case, then, I will let you go and let you see what you think for yourself. This is also a message about you two having to accept that the worst can happen to people and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's okay. I too understand that people have life lessons. The soul has lessons to learn. They ask me if I think I can rescue you from this, and I say I only can if Katerina is willing to choose to be open-minded to the message of walking in a different direction than this. I know I'm watching you from above the ground. I'm seeing you way down there, and there's a train that you are choosing to get on way beneath the surface. It's very dark and lonely. You're opening the door. You yourself feel very sad. You are going in and sitting down on the chair on the inside of the subway, and nobody is here. But you are very well seen in the darkness. There's far more here then meets the eye, so to speak. I am manifesting myself on the train in order to give you a chance to see if you will come out of here with me. As I touch your hand, you evaporate. I am shining my light upon you and saying, you cannot hide from me. I know you are still here. Do not be ashamed. Do not feel sad. Do not feel that you are... Don't feel ashamed, is basically it. We all make choices like this. Nobody should ever feel ashamed. We all go down this pathway sometimes. And if anything, you have a lot to smile about, knowing that you can acknowledge that the way you feel, that the choices that you've made, and actually say, you know what, I guess I am ready to come up and just be myself and choose to embrace this experience and not try to hide from it. You can't hide from the experience. It's all around you. You can either choose to see it in darkness or choose to see it in light as an opportunity, or let it sort of squash you, right? And I'm letting you know you're not alone. That's very important that you know that you're not alone, okay? That's very, very important. You are this bush connection, all this sort of parts of you with all these branches off in light, right? This super network and connection, and it's all loving, and many voices from spirit too, and then voices that come out like this and voices that go down and out from underneath the ground, and it's all very positive. I am putting this network of energy into your reflection, okay? That way it's sort of going into the heart and then branching up and out of the head and through the shoulders and then downward too. So that way you can feel it throughout your entire body. You really need this. I'm giving it to you as a gift. So I'm placing this sort of bush piece into your heart, okay? And so it grows up and out and downward too. I'm patient with you to experience it and remember and help it create balance and openness and trust. I'm staying with you here on the train. You're still invisible, although you're feeling this energy, and I'm holding your hand and I'm patiently waiting for you to make a choice. It just is really quiet, and I'm still giving you a hug, just like I was when you were on the couch. I'm giving this part of your reflection a hug as well. I seem to be inspired to give all the parts of your reflection hugs, even the woman as she's standing with the gun in the air, even the woman that's sitting down, poised, the part of you that turns into a puddle, all these different reflections of you giving you a hug. All these reflections of you, I am sharing this bush of light energy. That is all I needed. Somebody to see me and my needs. Somebody to understand how I feel. Somebody to know what these tears mean. You feel a lot better when somebody understands you or gets you. It helps you find inner strength again. They're showing how many spirits are so in love with your divine reflection, and they're all watching you and encouraging you to cheer up, okay? They love to see when your light is so bright and you feel loved and you're feeling healed from feeling loved. And it inspires you to love others that much more and help them to feel love in their own hearts too. All these parts I'm telling you, the warmth I'm feeling in my own heart is really intense right now. It's really touching. It's really beautiful. It's really meaningful. I'm just staying with it. All these parts of your reflection are healing quite considerably, feeling really reborn or rejuvenated with loving energy. It really helps when you have somebody who understands, somebody who's there to help you and just give you a hug and create the right ripple of motivation for you to see what's important for the next step on your life pathway, right? These parts of you are starting to glow now. Even this part of you that's still invisible is glowing. I will not take you out of here, this sort of deep or dark subway area. I am waiting patiently for you to choose where you want to be. You do feel like your love sustains you, love brings you back to life, love helps to give you energy and empowerment and to see with greater clarity. And so this love and loving energy is helping you to re-solidify, create solidity. You know, solidity of mind, emotions, body, all of that is becoming more solid. And I'm actually seeing you regain strength. And I can see you again now on the subway. And the subway is getting brighter and brighter, filling with your light. A light of love that touches your heart, that inspires your heart then to fill with more light too. Like a lightning bug. And just gets full, more and more full of bright light. It's like was never this bright before on the subway, and it's so comforting how full of light it is. And in fact, it's so full of light, it's altering the fabric of the reality itself. So the subway is just, it's not, we're altering the dimension or the life reflection, basically. Love, when you feel balanced with love, what you see becomes balanced with what you feel on the inside. And so it automatically alters the location or the perspective or the visual image or the location. I don't know how you want to define it. You're moving to another, you're going through a portal, or you're changing the fabric of reality through glowing and with love inside your heart. It's not even about, it's just you. When you feel love, automatically everything around you changes. They're just showing me that the train is going really swiftly, but you're not exactly sitting in any of the chairs. You're levitating, so you're kind of moving. The train is going, and you're just sort of staying in one place, but you're getting further and further back in the train as it's just pushing forward. You're just levitating. In the space is just a really bright light. And you're just going through all the walls, and it's just passing you by. The train is passing you by, but we're still in the deep, dark subway area. See? Some part of you shows me that it is on the train crying, and this is not how you wanted it. This is not what you wanted it to be like. You never wanted to be on this train. You're saying you did choose it. You actually did choose. And this is the outcome. It's only the outcome when you choose to be in sorrow from it. You actually can rejoice in it and see it totally differently. So we're just waiting for you to start rejoicing in it so the entire perspective can change. Everything you see, feel, experience now changes. I say, do you understand? We're still working on this part of you. They're showing me the train does come out from under, like, the ground from a deep, deep subway system. And now it's coming out of a tunnel that was inside of a mountain. And now it's actually on sort of a lifted up train track. And then it's going towards a really dark city full of smog. It's black. City is just covered in black air. So is that the direction you want to go? We can get off of this train now. We actually can. The illusion has us thinking we're stuck here, and this is the way it is. There's no getting off. I say there is getting off. Anytime you're ready. How do you get off of this train? You actually alter the way you feel inside your heart. You alter your feelings, and now the entire perspective changes. Now we are riding on, when you feel love in your heart, the alternative is actually riding on a golden train towards a city that is coated in sunlight, and it's glistening in the sun, and they are people, and I can hear them singing in the distance and rejoicing in life. And when you feel love, the experience that reflects back is equivalent to this. When you feel down and depressed, the experience now is equivalent to going into a city of hell, basically, covered in black smog. And nobody being happy. Everybody is suffering because you are suffering. That is your experience, and then the experience reflects around you. Do you understand? All these parts of you are now standing in a line and waiting for you to make a choice to feel the love within your heart and allow that love to help you experience a world of love around you. And it comes from the value of acceptance of all things that take place in life. All things are really valuable to your soul's development, growth, journey, all that. You're a great person. Again, you're a loving, incredibly loving human being, and so loving that it is hard for you to accept when life is not perfect or balanced for others, and it sort of breaks your heart because you can't rescue everybody. And it's really important you start experiencing love for yourself, love for this moment in time, and choosing to just find the balance in that, okay? That is going to help you monumentally. It is going to provide so much relief. And it'll help you too when you start sharing your heart with others, other hearts who are inspired by your love, by your energy, by your caring, by your nurturing soul. And you got a lot to give, you really do. You can channel it very strongly from the spirit realm. Love, you channel very, very powerfully from the spirit realm. Okay, so that is your hour of healing, Katerina. Thank you very much for this experience, okay? And I'm wishing you all the best and everything. And thank you for your willingness to share this openly on YouTube as well. So for those of you watching, if you're interested in spiritual healing or a psychic reading with me, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.